don't be afraid to follow your dreams, to follow your heart.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, you grow up and play it safe, right? Because safe is the way to go. Because, you know, traditions, family, moms, dad, they want the best for you. They want safety.
Right.
They want a thing. But no matter if you go on this job and it's your first time, those same emotions, those same nerves are the same nerves and emotions that you're going to have if you follow your heart.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
So when somebody's like, well, I don't know if I could do it. And I was like, well, just think about it. What's the difference? Right? What's the difference?
Right.
I tell people all the time, like when they try to figure out, well, go cut hair.
Right.
Well, I've never cut. I was like, yeah, me either.
Right.
But practice. And you're good. It doesn't matter if you pick up a pair of clippers or it's your first day at McDonald's.
Right.
You're gonna get nervous. If I go to McDonald's, if I start at McDonald's tomorrow and they tell me to flip burgers, and it's my first time flipping burgers, I'm gonna get nervous. If I don't do it, somebody else will. And when I tell people, like, well, when they call off, I'll be working. So that's for sure the key to my success, at least.
Right.
Yep.
How do you keep the loyalty? I know you have certain customers that come in every month or every 2 weeks. How do you balance that?
This goes back to consistency. This industry, this barber game is sometimes comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because 90% of my time is at the shop or behind the chair.
Right.
It comes at a cost sometimes.
Yeah. And I was just going to get into that and just how friendships in general, I just tweeted it, like, I've been craving like friendships where everybody's successful in their own lane and just coming together and conversating about life journeys and how you came up and just sharing different wisdom. I think that's super important. And just how you started to do that with me. Like, I came in, told you what I wanted to do, you cut me up real quick, and we were talking for at least 2.5 hours.
For real.
So how is friendship relevant to you?
Friendship is priceless, man. Priceless. Friendship is the key to a lot of things. Friendship or your motivation could be your words of wisdom, your advice, your fuel, you know?
Right.
Your friendships are the things that can help you keep going.
Right.
When things get hard or when there's doubt.
Right.
You know? They're the ones that they're like your sidebars. Like right when you're about to derail, you're about to exit, they like kick you back into your lane.
Right.
But yeah, the friendships, relationships, all that is very important.
And I see that because you and Justin Hudson with the One Love IE, y'all been friends for a long time. You've been cut him like on your profile. I've seen him at least 10 times.
No, man, that dude comes twice a week.
Oh, yeah. Twice a week?
Yup.
No wonder why he stays fresh, man.
Oh, man, but yeah, that's a good dude. But it goes back to, like, we'll get into like social media.
Yeah.
But I built that relationship through social media, through Twitter.
Right.
We ran across each other's profiles, and it took us about a year before he finally came into the shop.
Right.
But that's through social media, you know.
Right.
But yeah, those relationships are very important.
And with those relationships, you started to cut the Ball family, their hair, Bobby Wagner, just all the athletes that are celebrities from IE. You pretty much cut their hair, and now you're traveling. Like, how does it feel to travel outside of your shop and just be like, I'm about to go cut so and so's hair? Like,
oh man, that's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, especially when you do it for the first time.
Yeah.
Everything for the first time is exciting.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what to expect. You don't know like what's waiting for you.
Right.
You know. But then once you do it more than once, then it's like, what's next?
Right.
Like I want to experience something new.
Right. You want more.
But yeah, I mean, of course, it's a blessing to be able to get paid and travel and be in these luxurious homes and hotels and experience new things that usually, you know, the average person wouldn't.
Right.
But I'm blessed enough to do it through my craft, which is, you know, cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's for sure a blessing.
This boy crafting, huh, Chris?
Yes, sir.
So, name some more people that you cut that are like celebrity athletes.
To me,
status.
my whole mentality is I treat everybody like a celebrity.
Okay.
Clients are not even athletes.
Wow.
They're either financial advisors, lawyers, doctors, or the average working man.
Right.
You know, and that's why I never put like on my bio. I never put celebrity barber.
Right.
Or even when like, oh, you're a celebrity. No, anybody that's willing to pay for the convenience and accommodation can get my services. And whether you're here at the shop or if I'm somewhere out there, you're gonna get the same service.
What's the furthest you've been from home?
Well, I was able to go to Cabo.
Oh man,
That was pretty cool.
Who'd you cut?
The Ball family.
Oh, for real in Cabo?
Yep.
Okay.
So I was able to experience, you know, through the opportunity, go out and cut, and then be in some beautiful places because of the Ball family, you know.
So you really part of the family then?
Yeah, I mean, hey,
you like the stepbrother,
They
huh?
show me love, man. They show me love, and I'm very grateful for that. So basically, I'm giving them a taper with a lineup.
Okay.
He got the waves, so we're just gonna, you know, enhance them.
That boy dripping. I'm just seasick.
That's it. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Go ahead, Chris.
How do you remember? Basically, I know you cut guys' hair every day, all day, every day, and you're gonna get consistent customers. How are you remembering how to cut their hair the same way every time, or is it that they tell you what to do?
My thing is, I don't ever get too comfortable.
Okay.
No matter if you've been to me 5 years, I'm always gonna ask you what you want. It might be the day you want to grow curls out, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give you what you usually get.
Right.
I've learned the hard way.
Right.
So I always ask.
Right.
No matter if you're new, no matter if you're old.
Okay.
You never know, you might want to switch up the style. And it's just easier and safer that way.
Right.
So I don't do twice the cut or something like that. I just always ask.
All right. What's the barbershop etiquette? Let's say if I'm getting a cut right now, and then I'm in Keith's chair the next week. How are you guys able to, you know,
how
deal
you
with
feel
that?
about that?
To me, I mean, I'm blessed enough for one to be the founder of the shop.
True.
And I'm blessed enough to have barbers that are either as good or better than me.
Okay.
So to me, I don't feel no way.
Okay.
Any man that has the opportunity to work is like a brother to me.
Okay.
So my whole model was, when I did hire my barbers, was I wanted my client to feel as comfortable as they would in my chair, in my other barber's chair.
Right.
If I have to go take a day off, I want them to still be able to come in and get a good quality cut. So it was never about, oh no, you can't cut my client. No, feel free. If I can't get you because I'm booked or I'm out of town, feel free to come in and get treated just the same way or better.
That's
so
good.
Competition is out the question.
For me, at least. To me, if I feel like somebody's better than me, it makes me want to grow and learn.
That's good.
But that's how I take things. That's the only way I'm able to stay in the long run. When you get too competitive and you start competing against your brother, that's not good energy.
Right.
It's all about learning from that and then try to apply it to your services or whatever. And that's what we try to do. We try to feed off of each other's energy, and it's not competition, but when I see a dope cut by Wavy Q, I'm like, the next one gotta be as hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it.
Competition
we'll
drives
each
you.
other like, man, you did that, you know? But no. It's just trying to better the team, you know? I'm only as strong as my team.
Right.
So I can't be the best one, or I can't have one better than another one. We all gotta somehow help each other be better. So.
Right. And speaking of that, and like I said, going back to friendship and everything, I was watching see, this is the part when I get into the shop by LeBron James. Like that episode with him and Drake was super dope, but I'm mad 'cause they took our idea. But we're past that. We're good. You know, I had the idea way before them, but you know, things happen. But I think it's like I said, it's just dope, like how you treat people, the friendship. Like you're just a super genuine person, and that's how I get from you and Justin Hudson. Like it was always family from first start.
I treat everybody like family.
Yeah.
Because we're all family.
Right.
We might be different shades or different backgrounds, but at the end of the night, we all came in the same way. We all go out the same way. So that's how I see it, man.
Okay.
Where you get the love from? I know it has to come from a special place.
The love, man, I guess.
That's a good question.
The love comes from the blessing to be able to do what I do, you know? Barbering was by default. It wasn't something that I grew up saying like, man, I'm gonna be a barber growing up. It was something that I came across in a time of need.
Right. Explain your story, because I was about to get into that. Explain your story. You
don't gotta go to university to be in the university. I feel like, well, university. I have my barbers here. I'm able to share my story and say, you know what? I had shortcomings. I had these obstacles, but watch out for this. Do this. That might benefit you. He didn't have to pay me a tuition for that. But my experiences are of value. Those shortcomings are of a value because if I can help the next man avoid that, we're winning. We're winning.
What was your blueprint? How did you start? Like, how did you start? Basically, what you said.
Man, my blueprint was like this.
So it was all on you.
Down that shit. So when I was in barber school, I had a decent job that was paying my bills, sustaining my lifestyle while I got to barber school. I was so eager to graduate from barber school, and the first thing I wanted to do was go work at a barbershop. Not knowing the rules and regulations to this shit because nobody in my family was a barber before me, nobody after, none of that. This wasn't a part of our family tree. So I went all in, not understanding the business mind. Quitting a job that was bringing in a check every 2 weeks, I went all in into a business that I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no clients, I had nothing. But one thing was for sure is that booth rent was due every week. So going in, struggling, being in a new business and still paying rent taught me a very expensive lesson. So going through that and trying to hang in there because I'm not the type of dude to quit. Sometimes I'm loyal to default where it might affect my living. I learned. I'm like, you know what I should have done was go to a shop that was already established, started on commission, and then move my way up and build my clientele and then go to rent. I went all in 100%. Boom, quit job, everything. Yeah, booth rent, everything. There was days I ain't cut nobody, so guess what? The rent's still due on Friday. You won't have to pay it.
So how did that affect your family?
Oh, it affected a lot. My girl's like, man, you crazy. Like, you showing up, you're not making no money. You coming out of your own pocket to pay your booth rent? Like, nah, some got good. You got rent, you got your car, you got this, you got me. Like, what's going on? I said, nah, just hold on. It's part of the process. And being very eager, very optimistic. So sometimes you gotta be your own cheerleader. Even when the reality is hitting you right in your face, you gotta look in the mirror and say, you know what? Today's gonna be a freaking great day. Yeah. Today we're gonna make the best out of it. I don't know how, but today I'm gonna cut 10 people. Some way, somehow, even though it's probably not gonna happen. But that excitement, that eagerness, is you can't wait on nobody to tell you shit's gonna be alright, it's gonna work out. You gotta be your biggest motivator. Biggest motivator. Bet. Alright, cool. I'm gonna make flyers, but I'm gonna make mine in purple and yellow so they stand out.
Right.
Okay, that's okay, that's working. Okay, I got like one client coming from those. Okay, what else can I do? Okay, make your next flyers, make them pizza hangers. So rather than going in the mailbox and they throw that shit away, they'll have to grab it from their front door and look at my shit before they have to throw it away.
Right.
And so I just kept trying to like revamp on the way to hustle. Okay, cool. You know what? Refer me 3, get 1 free. So refer me 3 of your buddies and you get a free cut. Little things like that, right?
Right.
Then, you know what? It takes money to make money. So let me go ahead and run an ad on Clipper magazine, on Penny Savers, stuff like that. $600 to be in the back of the magazine.
Right.
You know, first week, 1 call. Second week, nothing. Yeah, that didn't go so well. Social media comes.
Takes off.
Takes off.
You flying after that one.
Social media. Whoa. Changed my life.
And that's what social media was originally made for business and networking on that level to make you the way you are now.
Come on, man. Social media is key. So I was on my job 110%.
Right.
But I owe at least 70% of my growth to social media.
Right.
To social media. And that is when I changed my hustle.
Right.
That was when I was like, you know what? This is allowing me to work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Did you put dollars into social media? Did you put marketing, Facebook ads, all that?
Well, before there was even sponsor ads, because that option came down later. I was just consistent.
Okay. It just kept posting
Oh, yeah. My whole, if I could tell any young man like that comes in here or sells or anything, you gotta always stay focused on what you're trying to do with social media because it could either do 2 things. It could be a blessing or a curse.
Wow.
Because you could easily get distracted on some BS like entertainment, news, gossip, blah blah. Or you can discipline yourself and understand like, okay, this is what I'm trying to sell.
Right.
So
95% of what I have on my social media, before you go to the third page, you'll know that I'm a barber.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people have clutter. They got all types of
Right.
like,
No,
what
yours
do
is
you
straight.
do? Oh, you don't know? This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell this. Oh man, I can't tell by you.
Right.
I tell any young man that's trying to establish a business and let their audience know, like, this is what I do, this is what I sell,
Right.
to keep it 95% of what you're trying to give them.
Right.
And my whole thing is like, okay, I'm gonna post something in the morning, I'm gonna post something in the evening.
Right.
I don't expect the like, I don't care, because at the end of the night, somebody's watching.
Right.
They might not like it, they might scroll, but they gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But if I keep popping up on their feed,
They're gonna keep looking.
that's like you watch a TV show and then you see a damn commercial.
Exactly.
That same commercial is gonna air on the next break.
Right. And you're not gonna want to see it. You're like, man, another commercial.
So guess what?
Like,
You
it's
keep
implanted
seeing
in
that
your
Jack in
mind.
the Box commercial?
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't hungry.
Right.
I keep seeing
Yeah,
this.
let me get that
I
fresh
was
meal.
going ahead.
Yeah.
Shit, man, this guy keep popping up.
What
I don't need a cut, man.
I might need one next week.
I might go get a lineup.
Right.
Right? Or you might see me long enough, and like I said, when I hustle, when I try to build clientele, I don't ever put a time frame on it. Like,
Right.
if I meet you today, you gonna know I'm a barber.
Right.
And in my back of my head, it's just a matter of time before he comes.
Yep.
He might not come today, he might come tomorrow. But you might come in when it matters.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's what I try to do with my social media.
Right.
Try to just always put out positivity. Always try to put everything down. Because if I'm gonna spend my time on that, it has to be what I'm trying to sell you.
Right.
And it's haircuts. You know?
All right. Last two questions.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get the title Wealth
Okay.
and your clothing line that you're trying to
Okay.
build
So,
up?
well, when I was thinking about what I want my shop name to be, I didn't want it to be. For a long time, it was all about Vic da Barber, right? Because all I had to do was worry about myself and building myself.
Right.
So when I was like, okay, well, I'm getting an opportunity to open my own, I want to create a brand. And I wanted to create something that will live on after me, right? So I wanted to create something, especially that me having a son, something that represented longevity and substance, right? So there's rich. You could be rich, right?
Yeah.
And you could be rich today and then be broke tomorrow, right?
Right.
But wealth, when you think wealth, you think generations.
Right.
You think, oh, he's from wealth because his grandfather.
Legacy.
His legacy.
Yeah.
That's wealth, right?
Yeah.
That's why you get people that are born into wealth, and then you get people that become rich or were rich. So I wanted something that was gonna sustain and live after me, right? So all my hours and all my sacrifices will still be here. Wealth, right?
Right.
And so with wealth, I said, well, I could brand that. I could make that bigger than just that. Instead of me just saying Vic's Barbershop,
Right.
or Barbershop,
Right.
I wanted something that could be on a bottle of a gel, on a bottle of a hairspray, or on the back of a jacket, on the back of a hat, or something.
Right.
And so I created wealth. And the wealth, what it stands for me is we all triumph.
Wow.
Meaning we can all win. We all win.
Yeah.
And
It's possible.
that's how we ended up here. So yep, wealth.
And then you got the clothing line.
Clothing. So we got hats, we got beanies, we got sweatsuits, we got the fall season, we got the summer, like we got a whole collection.
And it's something you can just wear around too. Like I said, it's wealth.
It's
not
well,
just about
so it doesn't have no
barbershop.
barber pole,
Yeah.
it doesn't have no cones, nothing. I wanted
Right.
something where the average person would look at it like, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, and that just goes back to the name being that substance and being able to do certain things.
Right.
You know, but yeah, well, we all trying for sure. So basically, I was going through high school, you know what I mean, and I wasn't the best student. I had the best grades, and growing up, you know, the idea is to finish high school, go to college, come back, you have a career, you're success. Right? Well, that wasn't my story. I got through high school, and I got it done. I struggled, but I got it done.
Right.
Long story short, here I am. I graduated, trying to figure out employment.
Right.
And thinking, well, I have a high school diploma. I could go ahead and get this high-paying job. I'm gonna find out, no, you start at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, maybe I should go to college. Well, by the age of 18, I was already at the house,
Right.
so I have to sustain my lifestyle, pay my bills, and then try to figure out what college would accept me.
Right.
Well, when I couldn't realize that I had the best grades, so there's no scholarships, vice versa, I couldn't afford it.
Right.
So I was like, man,
I know I want to go back to school, but I can't afford it. So what can I do in the meanwhile?
Right.
What kind of trade can I learn that will put me in a position to be flexible with my schedule and then eventually get back to college?
Right.
So I grew up in a barbershop because I used to always like getting my haircuts every week. And long story short, I was getting my haircut one day, and my barber at the time, he's like, well, why don't you go to barber school? I gave it a thought.
Why not?
I went and signed up in Pomona.
Okay.
Started my first day, nervous as shit. Never cut a day in my life.
Right.
I remember shaking. But the more and more I showed up to school, the more and more I got comfortable, the more and more I started falling in love.
Right.
And so going through school to day of, graduating and stuff like that, and getting into the barbershop, the more and more I went through the process, the more and more I just grew a love for it. And so long story short, I got my barber career going. I ended up back in college, so I was able to go to college. I went to August University for my business degree. I probably had about a semester left before graduating, but my business had boomed so much that I told myself, I'm gonna go ahead and take a semester off. Yeah. And it was just the last of the last.
Tell me we'll be okay. Tell me we'll be okay.